Hello, my name is Lacey. I'm a student at Georgia Highlands College, and I'm in the BBA program with Business Administration and Healthcare Management. This video is about an analyst on Up in the Air and with the four managing functions: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. And I'm gonna give a background on the movie. It was about a worker named Ryan. He works for a company, and they send him out to go to other companies to fire people, such as if they need a massive layoff or they need some people, like they need people let go and they don't have the courage to do it. So Ryan was a very organized and structured person, and he knew what he needed to do in life. He was so detailed that everything was the same for him. So when it came to his love life, he was a single man. He was doing whatever he wanted to do. So he didn't really have emotions for people. But he had empathy, but he didn't really have emotions for them. Like when he was firing people, he would fire them, but he would also give a proposal, like offer another solution, like talk about their dreams and what they could have done, and how much did the company pay them to stop having dreams and stuff. So he would emphasize with them, but he would let them know, like, you're fired and you have to go home. So when they had brought in Natalie, which she brought in a new proposal, which included technology, and she was saying that with the technology, you starting to fire people face to face, such as, like, I'm recording this video. That's how he was going to start firing people now. He had to start firing them through like Zoom or just through video. And he didn't like that as much because like it makes up his dominance, and like he can insert his dominant in person, but through a video you really can't, because it's like the person can be like, okay, I could just mute you and walk off. So when he made Natalie fire him, he basically showed her, like, this is what could happen. So you fire me. Oh, you can't fire me. Da, 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 da. My boss is right in there. I can walk in there and just ask him myself. So that's what he would have done. That's what he did. Natalie tried to chase him out the room. She was saying, that's when he said, oh, no, you can't chase me. Remember, you're on the screen. I'm not on the screen. We're on screen. You can't chase me. You can't. How you can you follow me out when you're on screen? So with the planning part, was he was so planned and organized that he did everything every day, like, here, step by step. Here you go. I tie my tie like this. I wake up, go get brunch at 8. I be at work on a flight at 12, headed here, fire these couple people. Then later on, 5, 6, I'll meet up with Alice. So he would meet up with her, have lunch, dinner, do the thing, and he will leave. Then after that, it was so repetitive that it's just second nature to him. So when the plan of him doing it, firing on face-to-face and camera, it messed him up, because he was like, oh, well, I don't travel no more. I don't get out and experience. I don't, work around the clock and all that. So after that happened, with the organizing, like I said, he's a very organized person. So everything he did was repetition. So he knew what he needed to do. And then when it came to, like, with the computer and Natalie, she knew about technology. She was a newbie. She's young, like new school, and he was old school. So doing it in person, like firing people in person, was personal to him. But doing it on a computer is different. But Natalie is used to doing things on a computer because she don't have to worry about her emotions. She can just turn it off and not show her emotions so much. So then when it came to leading, such as when he had to lead her, such as he was a structured person, but he had to lead her. So he had to teach her and structure the way he himself around her, so he could understand her, and she had to structure herself around him so she could understand the game too, because like she was basically taking over his position, or taking his position, or just basically wiping out any position like that, because they're starting to do it online. They have to be in office and in a closed space. And that can also mess up someone's mental, because when they're so used to traveling, they have free will and freedom. But when they're in the office, it's like they stuck in there. So that's part of the controlling part, because it's like he can't go out and do what he want or please, and he have to and she had to structure herself around him so she can understand the game too, because like she was basically taking over his position, or taking his position, or just basically wiping out any position like that, because they're starting to do it online. They have to be in office and in a closed space. And that can also mess up someone's mental, because when they're so used to traveling, they have free will and freedom. But when they're in the office, it's like they stuck in there. So that's part of the controlling part, because it's like he can't go out and do what he want or please, and he have to basically be controlled by the company. Like, I have to be in my office like 6 hours now, and I can't go out and do what I want. And also when it came to the lust part, Alice, she had made specifically told him, you can't do this, we can't do that and all that. But when he actually found out later in the movie that she was married with kids and all that, he knew like, okay, well, this is why she had me structure and all that. So then with the controlling, leading, planning, organizing. So with all that being tied in the movie, it's like, it was with him in the way that boils down to it is like, when technology came into play, it messed up everything. So everybody was like, oh, well, now I don't have a job no more because I'm